Hey guys, in this video we're going to go over how to open your case. Seems silly, right? There is a correct way, so in the video you're just going to follow along with whichever case looks like yours. The first type of cases we're going to look at are zipper cases. So if you look here, we have two. There's a large one and a small one. Our tubas, euphoniums, bassoons, and oboes tend to have zipper cases. Sometimes clarinets do as well. So if you have a zipper case, you're always going to put it where the pocket or the emblem are on top. So here's an emblem and a pocket. If you don't have a pocket, just look for the brand name, and that is usually the top of the case. So here, this has a little flap. You would lift up the flap and unzip both sides. And then open. And voila! We keep it on the floor and it's good to go. And the same thing would happen when you put it away. Now, this zipper case is slightly bigger. We have the pocket on top with the emblem. We are making sure we're on the floor, it's flat down. And then we're going to zip, and you kind of have to pull, especially on these Orion cases, pull away as you unzip around the sides. And the same thing with this side. And we're going to come all the way around. Now, on the corner, sometimes these corners give us some issues. I would stop on the corner and not go all the way around to that side if it opens still, because it's going to open regardless. And there we go. The euphonium is nice and safe. Our tuba, whatever we're playing, is nice and safe. And then you close it. And when you zip back up, you would pull away and zip so it's not catching on any of the inside. And you would zip up both sides. The next ones we are looking at are kind of an interesting latch. Now, some of you might have like keyholes somewhere here, like this one has a keyhole here, and then it has this latch. These latches don't just come up. The trick to these cases is pulling and then flicking this upwards. So on this side, I would pull this thing, this little latch here, and then flip this up. And once both of those are loose, so I have this one loose and this one, and then the middle one sometimes has a little flip one. And there I go, there's my saxophone. And then when you close it, you would just push the latch and it's no longer loose. So you push it down, it snaps in, and then push the middle down, and we're good to go. And again, if there's an emblem, mine doesn't have an emblem, but if you look and if the latches are going to go upward, that's the way you need to open it. Don't open it upside down, that would be bad news, and your saxophone or whatever instrument you have would fall out. Moving on, here's the typical flute case. Remember, some flutes may have zippers, some of the latches may look a little different, but basically, the emblem always goes on top. We're always laying it on the floor, even a little flute goes on the floor. And whenever the latches look like they would be able to be flipped up, that's the way to go. So here, we would just flip up the latches, and this little top part just comes down, and then you would open from the top, and there's that brand new flute. And then to close it, you would put this little silver part at the top, kind of flip it upwards, and then push the latch down, and it locks it in place. So, little catch on top, flip it down, and it's good to go. And lastly, here's another latch that's similar to that flute one. This is a clarinet, so this is what it would look like in your cubby or your locker. Look for the emblem. If it doesn't have an emblem, go to the latches. Does it look like the latch would flip up or flip down? It should always flip up. So I should be able to take my finger, flip, there we go. And the next one, flip, and there we go. And brand new clarinet, ready to go to play. And then to close it, remember, this little part would go on top, and then the latch would be flipped down. So this little part goes on top, latch is flipped down. Always remember that we open our instruments on the floor always.